Okay, so today we're going to talk about a long-handled toileting aid. Now this particular one has a solid body, it's about 18 inches long, and it's going to open up to expose a silicone end that looks like this. I always think it kind of looks like a duckbill. And it opens up with two different buttons. You have one button here, which is used, you press down on it and it will release. And then to close it, you can squeeze here. And an alternative way to release it is by pressing up with your thumb here. So there's two different ways to open it and one way to close it. Who is this for? So a long-handled toileting aid is going to be very beneficial for individuals who are struggling with range of motion. So whether that's an inability to twist to reach for hygiene, or shoulder restrictions, whether that's because of a frozen shoulder or arthritis or surgical recovery. It's also really helpful for individuals with larger bodies who maybe struggle with safely reaching to get thoroughly clean. It's so important with bowel or bladder hygiene that the individual is getting a thorough cleanse, because we know it can cause issues like urinary tract infections or fungal infections. And all of these can be very dangerous and unpleasant, especially if there's any issues with wounds or exposed open skin areas. It can be downright dangerous. So we really want to use tools like this to ensure that the individual is both safe and independent with their hygiene, but also avoiding those types of dangerous medical conditions. So let's talk a little bit about how to use this particular tool. It's actually not as intimidating as some may think. It takes a little bit of practice, so don't be alarmed if the first time you use it, it feels a little awkward. This is not something that you get taught every day, so it does take a little while. First things first is note that it has this little cover. This is designed so it can come with you. The nice thing about this cover is it completely encloses the area that's going to usually touch any of the hygiene spaces, but it has two little air vents so that when you clean it, it does breathe to prevent any sort of bacterial growth. It is strongly recommended that this get a thorough rinsing with hot water and soap after each use. That is not always an option for individuals, so that's another reason you may choose to put the cover over it, is so that you can get it to a place where you can clean it after the fact. So after you've removed this cover, you're going to open it up. And again, there's two ways to open it. One of the reasons I like this design is because of this option. If somebody you're working with has low dexterity, they can kind of use their leg to release it. And that's where this little release button on the bottom is really, really handy, because pressing up with the thumb can be surprisingly difficult. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to take some toilet paper, and I'm going to leave it right on the roll here so you can kind of see. It's a very thin toilet paper. Kind of make note of the toilet paper you're using. Thicker, you can use a lot less. But because it's so thin and I don't want it to rip while I'm using it, I'm actually going to fold it over a couple times. And if you're working with somebody who this would be very challenging for them, I've had individuals pre-prepare strips of toilet paper that are ready to be used with this, and even put them in baggies near the toilet so that they always have one that's ready. So if you know roughly how many squares you need and that you like to fold it over a little bit, you can kind of prep it. So now I'm just going to slide this in, and I'm going to go ahead and close it. There's a couple different ways you can do this, but I find if I'm leaving it on the toilet paper roll like this, I like to close it, and then I like to roll. Again, thin toilet paper, we're going to give this a decent layer so that it's soft and comfy on my skin, but also effective and not ripping through. I don't want to go super, super tight. Run the risk of ripping it, and then you got to start all over, and it wastes a bunch of toilet paper, and it's expensive, so we don't want to waste it. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip this off. I want to leave a little bit of extra. I'm going to wrap it around, and actually before I use it, because this is loose, I'm actually going to open it one more time. And that doesn't rip it. You can see it's open because I didn't go super tight with it. And then I'm just going to press down. I want to catch the edge I just finished with, press it down, and then I'm going to squeeze it closed again. It doesn't have to be an aggressive squeeze, but you can see now I've covered the end, makes it easier to keep it clean, as well as kind of collected that last little bit. Now, the shape of this is important. I'm going to grip it here, and there's two ways you can do it, but typically you're going to kind of angle it down like this. So I'm going to put my hand here, and I'm going to spread my legs apart and access from the front. It's important to note that if you are a male, this may look a little bit differently, and you may have to kind of slide aside some male anatomy in order to access the backside safely. For females, it's very important that you're aware of where you're touching first and where you're touching last. Again, we're really trying to reduce that risk of exposing bacteria to areas that you don't want. So for women, it's going to be front to back. For males, it's not quite as important that you follow that rule, but it is important that you kind of slide aside anything that might be getting in the way. So we're going to go from front, and this is where if you're a female and you're doing both bowel or bladder and bowel, you're going to start in the front, and you're just going to tap. You're going to tap for the bladder because we don't want to get our urethra, we don't want to jam with it. This is a soft end, but we don't want to be too aggressive depending on how much sensation you have. So a gentle tap here, and then you can go to the back, avoid touching the front again, but if you're going to go to the back, and you can give the back a cleanse. The front to back action, this will go in fairly, you can see it's fairly thin. So this thickness here is designed to be thick enough that you can get into the area and give it a good wipe without being so thick that it runs the risk of being irritating or uncomfortable. It's just very important that when you're done with that initial wipe, you kind of avoid touching that front area again to keep it clean. One of the biggest questions I get is if that front access is not an option for you, whether that's because of an abdomen that's quite large or particularly thicker, wider thighs, this can be very difficult. You do have the alternative of being able to reach from the back. Now, it kind of depends on your range of motion and how you feel comfortable, but you might want to kind of play with it a little bit in your hand. I like to kind of turn it all the way around like this, so it's facing out now, and then I'm going to reach back. See, I have to have decent range of motion in my shoulders, but I'm not twisting much at the spine. Now I can reach the back and I'm leaning over. You may notice though, I'm leaning on the tub edge here because it's there. If I didn't have anything to grab onto, this might be a destabilizing action. So I would add in that situation some sort of grab handle, whether that's a frame that can go on the toilet, maybe even a commode with armrests, something to kind of give you stabilization while you're reaching. A lot of people have a preference of which hand they wipe with. You will actually find yourself, if you have to ever switch, it's really difficult to feel like you're getting clean. Use the tool in the same hand you normally wipe with. Now, when it comes time to remove the toilet paper, we're going to use one of our two. I've already shown you the one this way, so let's go this way. We're going to open it up. Now, a lot of folks will try to kind of wing it off like this. I find that to be kind of a messy proposition, so I actually will just grab an area that is clean enough, knowing that I'm going to wash my hands when I'm done with this anyway, and then I can kind of drop it in and out of the way. If you're somebody who needs multiple rounds of wiping, that is totally fine. Just take the layer off and then reapply it just like we applied the first layer until you're getting a clean wipe. Again, it's so important that you use something like this to really benefit your hygiene overall. It's going to help reduce the risk of health issues, wounds, sores, itchy areas, and even bacterial infections. So this is a fantastic tool, and I hope you found this helpful.